And welcome to another Dragon Ball video. In this video, as I talked about towards the end of my last video, I'm going to be talking about a question I get a lot in my comments. What is your favorite Dragon Ball video game? There's so many freaking Dragon Ball video games out there, it's insane because, for a long time, quite a few years, we weren't getting any new content as far as we didn't have any movies, the anime was over, and pretty much the only Dragon Ball thing that we had was the video games that came out every year, and that used to be a big tradition for me, and I'm sure a lot of you watching as well, was like every year for Christmas I'd get a Dragon Ball game, whatever Dragon Ball game that came out that year. Starting with Budokai 1. I remember getting Budokai 1 for Christmas like it was yesterday, and my god, I played it so much. And then, the year after Budokai 2, the year after Budokai 3, and it seemed like every year I would get a Dragon Ball game either for my birthday or Christmas. And so I tried. People ask me, okay, what's your favorite Dragon Ball game? I do not have one. People ask me, what's your favorite piece of merchandise in here? I don't have one. It's so hard for me to choose what's my favorite anything, to be honest, because when it comes to Dragon Ball games, there are so many of them, and I love all of them for different reasons, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them play so differently. So what I did is I tried to compile basically a list of what is my favorite game for each console that I own. And even that was hard. There are a few of them that I couldn't even do that. Two are tied. It's so hard for me to do this, choose an absolute favorite. But now, unfortunately, this is only going to include games that I own. So I don't have a Nintendo DS, so none of the DS games are on here. I don't have a Wii, so Revenge of King Piccolo isn't on here. I wish it was, though. I've seen gameplay of that, and I would love to play it. But be that as it may, I do still have quite a few Dragon Ball games. I have quite a lot, so... and another side thing over here, these are Dragon Ball games, my Famicom Shenlong no Nazo and the North American adaptation Dragon Power. I'm not going to include these because I've played them once or twice. They're not really that fun. I have them just to have them, as a collector. Same with this, Gekito Tenkaichi Budokai, which came with the Datach, which I've showed before. It's just this weird thing that you would put on your Famicom, and you would, take the card and swipe it like a barcode, and it's like a weird video game. I've never played this. I just got it to have it, just because it's a weird, obscure little Dragon Ball collectible. But, yeah, on with the list. So, what is my favorite Dragon Ball game? Now, first thing we're going to start off with is my PS1 games, which is in this little stack of CDs right there beside my board games. I'm going to take these out. I'm having to reach across my bed here, I'm sorry. Shown these off before, but this is always fun. My big stack of CDs, all my PS1 games are in here, as well as various soundtracks and random things. There's my Speedy Dub, strongest guy in the world, world's strongest VCD. All my soundtracks right there. It's been a while since I've gotten these out and looked at them. Really cool stuff. But yeah, here are all the PS1 video games right here, both North American as well as Japanese versions. All right here. I'm actually going to put these to the side. All right, so, gosh, what is my favorite? Of these, it was really hard for me to choose because, okay, now, I've always called this Dragon Ball Z Legends. That's what I've always called it, but I've also seen it called Dragon Ball Z The Legend, or The Legend of Dragon Ball Z. I call it Dragon Ball Z Legends, and that's what I'm going to call it in this. I have not played this in years because my PS1 does not... I still have it. I still have my old PlayStation. It just doesn't work anymore, and unfortunately, the only way to play these games is I think it's in this. Yeah, you had to put this boot disc in here and run it through your PlayStation, and then you could play your game, and that's how you could play region lock games on your PlayStation, but I haven't been able to do that in years, so I have not played this since I was a kid. So I watched some gameplay of it on YouTube to kind of refresh my memory, and basically, this is sort of a predecessor to Battle of Z, I guess you could say. You're on teams of 3, and you got to kind of fight to get your bar to move up to either their side or your side, and then when you fill it up all the way to your side, you do a special move, And it's really fun, really hectic, and I loved this game. It's such a shame that we never saw a North American adaptation of it. I don't know why. This game is so awesome. So in terms of gameplay, I would probably say this is my favorite, but I also really did like Final Bout. God, I loved Final Bout so much. This is the 2004 North American version, the original Japanese version, and the fairly rare original North American version released in '96, I believe, Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. I own all three versions. I loved Final Bout when I was a kid. It was one of the first Dragon Ball games I ever played, and I had never seen GT at that point, so just the fact that it had a bunch of GT characters really fascinated me. Awesome, badass intro, by the way, by Hironobu Kageyama. I'm just going to say, I really miss Hironobu Kageyama doing the music for Dragon Ball, because I tell you, one thing I was really disappointed about in Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, we didn't get a Hironobu Kageyama song at the end. Come on, like he did all the end songs. He did Chala Head Chala. I was just watching History of Trunks the other day, and I love the end credits song for History of Trunks. Aoe kaze no hopu na na na. I'm sorry, I'm not a good singer, but like Hironobu Kageyama is awesome. I love his voice, and Final Bout had an awesome song. Biggest fight, biggest fight. Awesome! I miss you, Hironobu Kageyama. I think besides Masako Nozawa, he is the voice of Dragon Ball. He did all the songs, except Genkai Power, but yeah, so I love Zenkai Power. Or Genkai Power, excuse me. Or it is Zenkai Power. What am I thinking? Yeah, Zenkai Power, not Genkai Power. I'm thinking of Genki Dama and Zenkai Power. I'm confusing them. But yeah, Final Bout, awesome. Sorry, I totally went off on a tangent there. And Ultimate Battle 22, the gameplay is pretty sluggish, especially, I've been spoiled by Dragon Ball Z games with much better gameplay, but when I was a kid, God, I love this game so much. The art style is really cool. It's like drawn sprites, so it looks like the show. It's like cartoons. Really cool stuff. The selection of characters is awesome, especially when I played this as a kid. This is the first Dragon Ball game I ever played, so I didn't know who a lot of these characters were. Once again, awesome intro. Ultimate Battle 22 and Final Bout both have spectacular intros. I love them. This one doesn't have any words. No lyrics, it's just music, but it's really cool. It introduces all the characters, but yeah, I love, and the music in this game is awesome. I love the music in this game. Like, if you've never heard it, if you've never played it, just look up Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 soundtrack. It's just, oh my god, the music in this game is just outstanding. It is awesome. But yeah, I would probably have to say overall Legends is my favorite of the PS1 era of Dragon Ball games. So, moving on. We got the Game Boy Advance games up here. Now, I have all of the cartridges. I don't have all the boxes for them, which is okay for me because I'm sure you've seen, but I'm going to zoom in here. Beside my alarm clock right there is all of the boxes that I have. I don't want to take them out because it's a real pain in the butt to get them that nicely stacked. So I'm just going to look at the cartridges and talk about them. What is my favorite of the Game Boy Advanced era of games? You got Legacy of Goku 1, Legacy of Goku 2, Supersonic Warriors, Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure, Dragon Ball GT Transformations, Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu, Dragon Ball Z Collectible Card Game, and Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors. And you also have over here the Game Boy Color game, Legendary Super Warriors, if you can see it. I've only played that like once or twice. I think it's like a card game or something, but yeah, I thought it was pretty boring. I barely played it. Same with the collectible card game. Barely played this. I just got it because it was the only Game Boy Advance game I didn't have. So I just got it to complete my collection. The ones I played the absolute most on the Game Boy Advance was Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure and Supersonic Warriors. My god, I loved this game. Did I call that Supersonic Warriors or did I say Boo's Fury? I don't remember. I may have messed up. But, yeah, Legacy of Goku 1, 2, and Boo's Fury. Now, my brother played the Legacy of Goku games a lot. I played them a little bit, but I don't know why. I just never really played them all that much. He loved them, especially Boo's Fury. But I mostly played Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure, which is very much like a side-scrolling beat-em-up type game. Very much reminds me of Streets of Rage 2. Just awesome. I love this game, and especially because it's based on Dragon Ball, and I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball doesn't get enough love. And Supersonic Warriors was awesome. I really loved this game. It was just crazy how much stuff they jammed into this little cartridge. Like all the the character sprites look really good. The voice acting is really good. Like awesome sound, awesome music in this game too. I love video game music. This game has really good music. Cool story modes. It even has little what if story modes in there too. Like it's really cool. Like one of the what if story modes, I think Krillin learns the Spirit Bomb, and if you beat his story mode, Krillin just has the Spirit Bomb as his ultimate move in regular versus battles. Like that's cool. That's awesome. So yeah, it's for Game Boy Advance, it's tied for me between Supersonic Warriors and Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. I love them both. All right, moving on to the PSP games. Only 3 for the PSP. You got Shin Budokai Another Road, and Tenkaichi Tag Team. Of these 3 games, I played Shin Budokai Another Road the absolute most. I loved playing this game on the PSP. And it's funny because when I played this so much for a long time. This was the only Dragon Ball Z game that we had for the PSP. And when I say we, I always say we and stuff like that. I'm referring to my brother and I. We share just about everything. So yeah, like I think technically he got the PSP, but he shared it with me, so I played it a lot. There was at one point I was playing it way more than him, so I always say like we and our. So yeah, so I got Shin Budokai, played this a ton. Oh my god, I played this so much. Ridiculous. This is so much fun. And then later we got Tenkaichi Tag Team. And it's kind of funny because I played this a lot, but my brother did not. He loved the Tenkaichi games, 1, 2, and 3. He played them so much. And I played this a lot. I remember beating the story mode, and I thought it was really cool. But I don't know. Like I remember after I beat the story mode and I unlocked all the characters, I didn't really feel the desire to play it again. You know what I mean? It was kind of like one of those like, okay, that was fun. I'm done. Like, I don't know. It just didn't have a lasting impact on me. A good game though, like good for one playthrough, I think. And with Shin Budokai, I played this so much that by the time I got the first Shin Budokai, which once again, very much like the Dragon Ball collectible card game for Game Boy Advance, I just got this to complete my collection of the PSP games. It was the only one I didn't have, so I got it. I played a little bit of it, and I'm like, you know, it's basically Another Road, but Another Road's better. So Another Road, Shin Budokai Another Road is my favorite PSP Dragon Ball Z game for sure. This game is awesome. And now to the PS2 games. This is the freaking monster of the list right here because there were 9 Dragon Ball Z PS2 games. There's so many games for that system. It's insane. So I'm gonna, oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna try to lay them all out here so you can see all the cover art because a lot of them have very cool cover art. Now, okay, speaking of the cover art, I've seen a lot of other, like Japan and a lot of other countries got way cooler cover art than North America did. Like the cover for Budokai 3, it's just Super Saiyan Goku Punch In, and Tenkaichi 2, it's kind of cool, but a lot of other countries got way cooler cover art. But anyway, so you got the Budokai games, of course, classic Budokai 1. I mean, it hasn't aged very well, I think, but the gameplay, that is, it's quite sluggish now. But the story mode, definitely one of the most faithful story modes of any Dragon Ball game. Very, very solid. And the music, iconic, awesome. Yeah, I love the music in this game. It's a real shame that they could not include it in the HD collection because of the the copyright stuff, all that whole mess with Kenji Yamamoto. But it is what it is, I guess. There's really nothing you could do about it. Budokai 2, awesome. I play this so much. I know the Budokai 2 gets a lot of shit because it doesn't. Or the story mode is like that board game, which a lot of people hated. And yeah, it could be repetitive and stuff, but I still loved it. And the What If fusions are awesome. Goku, Tiensha, I loved Budokai 2. And Budokai 3. Love this game. Budokai 3 was just so much fun. It's extremely... it's fast-paced. I think it's very faithful to Dragon Ball Z and how Dragon Ball Z feels. Some of the fights are so hectic and intense. And I always loved if I was having a really good fight, either against a friend, my brother, or the AI, and it's just a really, you do a move and you teleport behind him, you hit him, and then you teleport behind him, and then you both do your attacks. Like I remember my brother and I both loved Kid Gohan, and we would both pick Kid Gohan, and we would have the most insane battles. Like we would be like just all over the screen, like fighting, and then we'd be like Masenko Ha, and we would have this crazy beam struggle, and we're like rotating the analog sticks, and man, this game is so much fun. I love this game. And this and one other game are tied for number one for my PS2 games. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, okay, this and another game is tied for number one. It's probably Budokai 3 and Tenkaichi 3, right? Wrong. Now, I know, before you guys go crazy, hear me out. I just recently, and I've said this before in my previous video game videos, at first, I did not like the Tenkaichi games. I did not like them because I'm very slow to adapt. They didn't play like the Tenkaichi games did not play like the Budokai games, and because of that, I did not like them. I didn't like the open world environment. I didn't like using the analog sticks. I just couldn't get used to these games. I don't know why. I just sucked at them, and for that reason, I didn't like them when I was younger. And it wasn't until recently that I really started to appreciate these games. I was just earlier today playing Tenkaichi 3, and I was like, I cannot believe I didn't like these games back then. This is so much fun. These are awesome. But rest assured, my opinions do change over time. And Tenkaichi 3 will probably one day be my number one because it's so much fun. I just haven't played it long enough to truly appreciate it, but I am starting to really like these games. They're so much fun. But no, what's tied for Budokai 3 for number one is, I bet you didn't see this coming, Sagas. No, I'm just... I'm just messing. That would be insane. It's not Sagas. It's not even Infinite World, believe it or not. It is Super Dragon Ball Z. That's right. Super Dragon Ball Z tied for number one with Budokai 3. Now you're probably like, what? Super Dragon Ball... What? Okay, hear me out. Super Dragon Ball Z, and this is another game, I didn't like it when it first came out because it didn't play like the Budokai games. I'm like, why are the combos so hard to do? What am I doing wrong? When I first got this game, it did not have this cover. My mom got it for me from GameStop, and it was one of those like you know those GameStop games that they don't have the cover. It's just that cheap, stupid GameStop cover. It was like that, and I didn't until years later get another copy, a proper copy with the manual and cover. And I was reading the back, and it says, with an awesome fighting engine designed by Noritaka Funamizu, producer of Street Fighter 2. And when I read that, I'm like, wait, producer of Street Fighter 2? I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, or at least I used to be back in the day. My first, fun fact, my first PlayStation game was Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. Any EX Plus Alpha fans out there? Garuda rules. Yeah, so I was like, oh, wow, okay, so it plays like Street Fighter, so maybe if I play this like I would Street Fighter, I would be way better at it. And holy crap, it instantly became way more fun. Goku is pretty much Ryu in this game. You do the command for a Hadouken, he does a Kamehameha. Goku even has a Shoryuken in this game. It's insane. Vegeta, one of his combos, he does like the really fast Chun-Li kicks. It's hilarious. This is basically what it would be like if Capcom made a Dragon Ball game. It's awesome. It's so much fun. It's really fast. It's very technical. This is the most technical fighter that there is for Dragon Ball Z, and for that, I love it. It is so much fun. It's very arcadey, very colorful, bright. The colors are that of the manga, too, which I found very unique. It's very cool. Even little differences, like Piccolo's nails are black instead of white like they are in the manga. Really, really cool. And there's just so many little things. I could go on and on about this game, but this video is already almost 20 minutes long. I could go on and on about how much I love Super Dragon Ball Z. And like, it's crazy. I used to not like this game, and now I love it. I cannot get enough of this game. I was just playing it earlier today, and it's so much fun. The combos you can pull off in this are just out of control. Really fun. So yeah, number one for PS2, Super Dragon Ball Z, and Budokai 3. And now for the PS3 games. We got... Alright. All of them laid out here. I actually don't have Xenoverse with me right now. It's in my brother's room. He's borrowing it. He was playing Xenoverse earlier. So we got Burst Limit, Raging Blast 1, Raging Blast 2, Ultimate Tenkaichi, Budokai HD Collection, Battle of Z, and Xenoverse, which I said like that's in my brother's room. So out of all of these games, what was my favorite? Surprisingly, Burst Limit is not one of them, as much as I love the Budokai games. And this is really weird. I don't understand why, but I don't know. Like, Burst Limit, it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool game. Definitely beautiful, beautiful game. It's still one of the prettiest Dragon Ball games ever made. I remember when I saw the graphics for this game, it blew my mind. Melted it to goop, and it leaked out my ear. Holy crap. This game is gorgeous. But when it comes to my favorite, Raging Blast was cool. I like the little what-if stories, you know, Vegito versus Gogeta, Bardock sparring with Gohan and Goten, little grandfather, grandson battle. Like, that's really cool. I always love what-if stuff. Raging Blast 2. This is number one. and it's tied with another one. Big surprise, it's tied. Raging Blast 2 was awesome. The only thing I absolutely hated about Raging Blast 2 is those missions where you have to fight near death, which basically that means you have to win a fight and not get hit once. If you get hit once, you're dead. And those can either be really easy or insanely frustrating. And I mean really, really frustrating. I've rage quit this game several times. I'm just thinking about how angry I've gotten at this game before. I'm just, whoo, man, so angry. But nonetheless, I love this game. It's so much fun, and Hatchak is in it. How cool is that? I love playing to eradicate the Saiyans. It's just, I've said it before in my videos, I've always thought it was really just a fun, obscure little side Dragon Ball thing, and it has a reanimated version, playing to eradicate the Super Saiyans included. Pretty cool bonus. But yeah, Raging Blast 2, solid Dragon Ball game. Love it. Ultimate Tenkaichi, wasn't a huge fan of the gameplay itself, but I loved the reanimated cutscenes in here. I thought those were very cool. Budokai HD Collection, it's just 1 and 3, doesn't include 2, and the music is different. I know, because of the, like I said, the copyright, they had to take out a lot of music on here, which is very unfortunate, but if I'm going to play the Budokai games, I would rather just play the authentic Budokai 1 and 3 on my PS2. And Battle of Z was actually really fun. I think this game got a bad rap because a lot of people just didn't really know how to play it. They were expecting like a Tenkaichi 4 type game. And it's very different. It's very strategic. You have your key guys, which are better at long range, blast them from afar. Your melee guys, which are good for up close. They have a lot of health, like, your tanks. You have your healers, like Krillin on this game is a really good healer. I remember I would play some games online, and me and this group of people had an awesome battle. We were fighting this other team, and I was Krillin. I was kind of hanging back, blasting the guys from afar, healing teammates, reviving teammates when they got down. And we won the team battle, and it was so much fun. When you get a good team and you work like a team, everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. Oh my god, this game is so much fun. I loved Battle of Z, and then equipping certain cards on your characters to make them stronger. Just so much fun. I love Battle of Z. I think this game gets a lot of unfair hate, but this was a solid game for sure. And number 1, I don't have it pictured, but just pretend it's right there, is Xenoverse. Raging Blast 2 and Xenoverse would be my number 1. Xenoverse was awesome. I loved the create a character on there. I created a character for every race. I loved leveling up my characters. The original story mode with Demon God, Demigod, Toa, Mira, and Toki Toki Village, and the Supreme Kai of Time, and all of that. That was cool. That was so cool. And like, not knowing what's going to happen next in the story. Oh my god. Like, and you got a few cutscenes here and there, and just running around Toki Toki Village, like learning stuff from Beerus and learning techniques from Goku and equipping them on your character. Oh my god, awesome. Xenoverse was amazing. Definitely, some of the missions were really bullcrap. That game definitely made me very mad sometimes. There were some missions where I swear the only way I could win was just Super Saiyan 2 and spam Kamehamehas. That's the only way I could do it, and that made me mad. But nonetheless, I mean, every Dragon Ball game makes me mad at some point. That's how video games are, But Xenoverse, Raging Blast 2, number 1 for PS3. Awesome games. And that is it for me for my number 1. What is your favorite Dragon Ball game? Like I said, I know I don't have all of them for every console, but that's it for me. I got some pretty cool stuff coming in the mail, and I should be doing a collection update very soon. Either way, this video has gone way longer than I meant for it to. Sorry about that. But I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.